Hello there, and welcome. Oh, and already Matt McIntyre goes out. No nonsense from him. Welcome then to the final round of the qualifying session of the Craftsman Cup Series. Round 20 then, coming to you at Joltis, and we are going to be under the lights yet again. What better way to end the championship by ending this incredible championship, or this revival championship. And yeah, it's going to end under lights. It started the season under lights with the Bud Shootout nearly 4 months ago. And now, here we are. It's going to end the season in, well, under the lights as well. So out comes Matt McIntyre. And, yeah, but they are not putting restrictor plate on this track or on the cars as well. So these cars are going to be going in excess of about 250 miles an hour. Close enough here for Matt McIntyre. You can see 200 now he's reaching 250 right now. We've also been seeing speeds though about 260 when you're in the slipstream. Boy, oh boy. I mean, yeah, it's just amazing that we're back here at Joltis from a long way a time ago that we raced at this track. So he is the first one that is out. This track is just less than 5 miles, 4.92 miles of it. And there is absolute plenty of racing cars. If you've not seen Joltis before, you'll be seeing cars going side by side out of the pit lane there, you can see, with Sam Oskin and Daniel Foyles. I didn't expect that there, to be fair. But I was just about to say, you will be seeing speeds of, well, like as well, we already showed you, speeds of 250, he's nearly going 260 miles an hour. But this track is plenty wide to go 5 wide, maybe even 6 wide as well. And racing at these speeds, it is absolutely daunting. Anyway, we're going to have a look then at the championship contenders, see where they all are, because there are 8 drivers left that can mathematically win the championship. Unfortunately, though, for Levi, he ain't one of them. And we'll try and find one of them right now. There's one of them right now, Nathan Hudson, sitting 3rd in the championship. Driving for Roush Racing in the Valvoline Ford. And he's just putting on his best time at the minute. Does the camera go close up here? No, good. Good. But yeah, he's sitting 3rd in the standings. And he's just, 40-odd points away from his teammate Danny Wells, who's currently leading the championship, coming into this finale. And there was the guy who was previously leading the championship a week ago at Atlanta before getting involved in an early wreck, Carson Gum. Trying to get into the toe of James Qualls, who is also a championship contender, as he goes through turn 4. This is the last corner. And Carson is going to set a time of a 1 minute 7.736. That puts him in 7th place. But Carson sits 4th in the standings. And the guy ahead of him, James Qualls, he's sitting 7th. Both of them, James has tasted victory lane. Carson actually hasn't. And, oh, careful. But, yeah. So there was 2 championship contenders right there, the 88 and the 17. Let's have a look at the other drivers that are in it. Not these 3, unfortunately. Brandon Ross, Diego Spina, and RJ Bishop. Richard Johnson. And there is another one who's 8th in the standings, Zachary Fitzwater. And he comes into this about 145-ish points behind the championship leader, but he can still mathematically win the race. Still mathematically win the championship. My apologies. But going back to Zachary, he does need an actual miracle. He needs the other drivers that are ahead of him in the point standings to mess up, get involved in a wreck, and he has to win, possibly lead the most laps as well for him to actually be crowned the champion. So it's a miracle, but it can happen. Noah Hart, Nathan Ormond and Noah Hart. What is Jamie Smith doing? A 1 minute 7.147. That's got him in 18th place there for Jamie. And there's Nick Gunther and Jeremy Tackles. Tackles, unfortunately, is out of championship contention. Unfortunately there for the Texaco Haviland driver, but he'll try and do anything to help his teammate James Coles win the championship. There's another one right here. There's two of them, sorry, right here. Matt McLean and the 12 of Christian Martin, who has been leading the point standings for so many weeks, especially in the first half of the season, but the second half of the season for Christian, it's been a nightmare for him. And really, a man that's coming in with a bit of confidence now is the 8, because he's managed to get a win and a second place finish in the last 2 races, and he has driven really well to get into championship contention. I think Matt is actually running 6th in the standings, and Christian Martin is running in 5th. So far, Matt McLean 35th, and Christian Martin is 37th at the moment. Now we've got to look at some of the other drivers too. Cole Diva with Stefan Papiers and Jessica Shelton. More drivers here. That's Nico Ketchum, Joshua Collard, Michael Norman and Wes McCall. Oh, there's a gang of cars right here too. Levi McIntyre, Noah Cars, Kyle Matthews, Trent Dunham and Chris Summers. Just all having a bit of fun really. But that's just the beauty. And there he is, the championship leader. Currently running 26 fastest at the moment, Danny Wells. He does have a little bit of a buffer on Dylan Poteet, who's sitting second. It is about 40 points, really. So he does have a little bit of a gap. But all of those 8 drivers will be absolutely nervous come tomorrow's race. I think it's going to be about 36 laps, I believe it is. So, yeah, there's a lot of mileage in this championship still to go. And there's the man that's second, Dylan Poteet, driving for Bill Davis in the Caterpillar Pontiac. And he's going to be caught up with the pack of cars behind them. And Poteet then, because he's got no help, he sets the second slowest time with a 1 minute 8.662. But that pack behind him, they'll help. That will help him. Charles Sanfer, he's actually ending the season on a bit of a high there after what happened. Well, I mean, he's actually driving with a race probation after the incident at Atlanta a week ago when he came out in front of Seth Cole and caused a big one going into turn 3. He basically, like I says from last week, he basically LePaged the field, did Charles Sanfer. So he's got to be a good boy here for this race. So far, the Daytona 500 champion sitting in last place. His best at 1 minute 8.673 for the Tyler Jet Motorsports driver. Anthony McCrory managed to get the win, but it wasn't good enough though to be in title contention last week, even though he led the most laps with 17. But it wasn't good enough, though, to put him in the championship, like I says. And the winner last week sits the second slowest time at Sosa because he is basically racing by himself. These two had a bit of a ding-dong coming out of the pits, the 36 and the 31. So far, Daniel Voiles is 30th, and Sam Oskin is 32nd. Jesse Turner, 33rd. Ry Hayden in 27th. Now we've got teammates now working together. You've got 3 championship contenders there. Cody Lama's there, trying to get a bit of help. And then back here with Trek Torga and RJ Bishop and Brandon Ross and Stephen Colon and Richard Johnson and Trek Torga. Let's see what about his Danny Wells and all of the pack of cars. There it is. Look at this. And this is the beauty of racing at Zen Joltis here. Just look how... Oh, I thought Dylan Young was going underneath the yellow line. My apologies. But this is just how wide this track is. Look at them. They're basically treating this qualifying session like it's a race. How many seconds left in the clock? Just about 5 minutes to go. And this is just the beauty of this as they go through the pit lane, which is on before going into turn 2, weirdly. You've got the start-finish line, and then you go through turn 1, and that's the pit lane. And they're coming off of turn 2, and that's the pit exit. This might be quite loud here. I'm not going to lie, this could be quite loud. Listen to that. On board now with Levi McIntyre, and you can just see how much is he going? 267, nearly 270 miles an hour. Dylan Poulty then surrenders and goes into the pit as Levi nearly gets into the championship leader. Doesn't improve though on his 1 minute 6.336. But that's just the beauty of Zen Joltis. Cars can run 4 wide easily around here. Matt McIntyre just coming out and down onto the track. I probably presume one of these drivers will be on the pole with the way that they're racing. Oh, Seth Cole, I have to say, what a nightmare season this has been for the former champion, Seth Cole. He has been involved in quite a few amount of accidents. He took the win at Papyrus in unbelievable circumstances when Sam Oskin got into Nico Ketchum and the 40 car just was like, okay, I'll pass you. But he's had a fair share of crashes, his Seth, unfortunately. He's been on his roof at Daytona in the qualifying race. He got took out in the Daytona race as well when the driver came out of the pits, when he was running in the top 10. He was upside down at Texas a couple of weeks ago, and he had a hard crash at Atlanta a week ago, last week in Atlanta. So, yes, Seth has not had the best of luck driving the Felix Sabatis 40 car. Let's see where he is at the moment. He's 40th at the moment now, 1 minute 7.087. And there's 2.5 minutes left to go on the clock there. But Seth Cole, don't know if he will want to be sticking in with the same team for next season. I don't know. Or probably be looking for a new ride for season 2. If there is a season 2, that is. If people want to see a season 2. Now then, Zachary Fitzwater by himself, and he's up to 20th now. 1 minute 6.542 for Zachary in the Morgan McClure Kodiak car. As Dylan Poteet is in, he sits 17th. 1 minute 6.496. Trent Dunham is 8th. 1 minute 6.286. As we've got less than 2 minutes to go. And those to be battling out of pit lane, and they're still battling during qualifying. Have they improved so far? I don't think they have. Voiles then 1 minute 6.954. And Oskin is 38th, 1 minute 6.959. There's a look at Rai Hayden, who looked like he was going to be in cunt for championship contention, but it's only missed out by, I believe, just a couple of points. If he had 2 points more, 3, maybe 4 points more, then we would have had ourselves a 9th driver fighting for the championship. But unfortunately for Rai, that wreck that he caused at Texas going into Jamie Smith when the caution came out has basically cost him a chance at a championship. Jesse Turner, though, he's starting a little bit of a rise up in the points, hopefully to end the season on a high for Jesse, although it's been not a good season for the Larry Hendrick Chevrolet. Hopefully he'll try and end in the season maybe top 15 in the points, but that's if he can get a win. So far, he's 39th fastest, but again, it makes no odds about in qualifying. With the cars going 5 wide by the end of the first lap, you could be 42nd, you could end up being 6th by the end of the first lap because of the cars going 4 wide and 5 wide in great places. So, and like we also seen with Cody Lammers at Talladega a few weeks ago, about a month ago, he started 41st and won the race. So again, qualifying really doesn't mean anything on a super speedway, even on a mega speedway, like here it's in Joltis, as it's over now. The time is up. So the other drivers then, these drivers, I don't know if they're going to have another lap in. I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's a look then. Cody Lammers and Trent Dunham, for no particular reasons, just coming out onto the track. Dylan Pultich found a bit of a drafting partner in Brandon Ross and RJ Bishop and Diego Spina and Trek Torga and Stephen Colon. I don't know if he's got time to do another lap. I'm not too entirely sure. I think they're making their way actually through the last corner right now. Let's see what these drivers can do, and especially Dylan Pultich. Does he improve on his 1 minute 6? He does, but it's only gained him 2 spots. He's up to 21st place, so they must have been the last drivers then that made the laps, as we've got 10 seconds to go, 9 seconds, and we'll stop it right there. So then, who has got the pole position for the last round of the season? It is Chris Summers for Eel River Racing. He will start on the pole, and he'll be alongside Kyle Matthews. His teammate RJ Bishop will start 3rd and Noah Cars in 4th. And then on row 3, it's Brandon Ross and Trek Torga. So it was basically that pack of cars that had Danny Wells and all that in it. That's secured Chris Summers the pole position. Richard Johnson, Dylan Young will make up row 4. Then it's Trent Dunham and Diego Ospina rounding out the top 10. Jeremy Tacos and Christian Martin, the first of the championship contenders, starting 12th on the grid. 13th for Wes McCall, Nico Ketchum 14th, Levi McIntyre 15th, Banter Disco 16th. Then it is 6th in the points. Matt McLean, he will start 17th alongside another Chevrolet driver in Nick Gunther. And then Stephen Colon and Danny Wells, the championship leader, will start on the outside of row 10. Second in points, Dylan Pultich will start behind him in 21st, and Michael Norman, then Anthony McCrory, Nathan Allman, Noah Hart, Cody Lammers, and Nathan Hudson. Third in the points, 27th for tomorrow's race, and Zachary Fitzwater, who, like I says, needs a miracle to win the championship, but he will start on the outside of row 14. And then you've got Carson Gum, who's 4th in the championship, will start 29th. Jamie Smith, 30th. Joshua Collard and James Qualls, he is, 7th? Yeah, 7th in the points, and he's going to start in 32nd place. Stephen Papiers, Matt McIntyre, Jessica Shelton, Seth Cole, Cole Devo, Ry Hayden, Daniel Voiles, Samet Oskin, Jesse Turner, and Charles Sanford complete the 42 car field. So that is it. That has been the end of qualifying for the season. Congratulations then to Chris Summers on getting his first pole of the season. It's hard for me to say, but can he hold that for tomorrow's night's race and take the win and end the season on a high for that team? Who knows? Going to have to find out until tomorrow. But like I says, one of those 8 drivers then will be in the hunt for the championship, and there's going to be a lot of nerves, a lot of tension on that racetrack tomorrow. So until then, get a good night's sleep then, championship contenders, and we'll see you tomorrow for the final race itself. It's in Joltis.